Follow me. Come in. Have a look at this. In this video, we are talking about, guess what? The flu vaccine. Switch off your phones and let's enjoy this video, folks. It's the flu season. It's about to start. So I thought I'd make a video on the flu itself. So it's not nice to have the flu because it's horrible. It's also known as influenza. Okay, and there's different types of influenza. What is influenza? It's a virus. What is a virus? A virus is just a particle, or we can't say an organism because there's debate whether it exists or doesn't exist. But it's this particle. It's just protein, and inside you have some genetic material, RNA or DNA, and so on. So that's all a virus is. It's just information covered by protein. And for those of you folks who want to get scientific, this is not a video on science. This is a general video that you folks need to be focusing on. So we know what influenza is. It's also known as the flu. We know it's a virus. What is a virus? It's just a protein, and inside you have genetic material. The question is, what about the naming of these viruses? And we have A, B, C, D. Different types of influenza. Influenza A, influenza B, C, and D. Now, when you have all these different types of viruses, there has to be a way that you can organize them. There has to be a way that you can categorize them. You have male, you have female, and so on and so on. Same thing with these viruses. With influenza A, what they've done, they've had a look at the proteins that exist, and then they've created subtypes. So you might have heard of H1N1 influenza. The H stands for hemagglutinin, and I hope I pronounced that right, and the N stands for neuraminidase. So these are different molecules that exist on the influenza A, and that's why it's now different categories. So influenza A has different subtypes. Influenza A can be H1N1 and so on, and that's the different proteins. B, C, D, E are not that common. They're not that common. So let's follow me, Farouk. Let's think about the different symptoms you get. So I would say aches, pains, fever, tiredness. You're not feeling well, folks. Also, similar conditions that can present the same but is not flu. For example, COVID. But the difference in COVID-19 is you can get upset stomach and you lose taste and smell. Can happen with the flu, but not that common. Bronchitis, which is inflammation or swelling of the tubes in the lungs, you can get that as well. But you normally have a dry cough and you don't have a fever. You could have just rhinitis or hay fever or just inflammation around the nose, but then you don't get a high-grade fever. So you can see there's other conditions that actually present the same. Let's think about pneumonia that can affect the chest, deep inside the chest. You'll have fever, you'll have chest pain, you'll be definitely unwell. You may even have a cough that could be dry or chesty. So you can see that there are other conditions that present the same. But mainly the flu, seasonal. So think of the season. So around winter time, you're going to get this, and it's quite sudden. The common cold takes a bit of time. The flu just comes and you're pretty much out of action. Now, how do we treat it? The reality is, with anything, we don't have we do actually. We can call these antiviral software, which is essentially the vaccine. You could have a vaccine that could help, but nothing's 100%. So you can get the vaccine, and there's certain vaccines that are only for those over the age of 65 and for those less than 65, and you can get that from your pharmacy. You could also treat your symptoms by having some paracetamol, some painkillers, just to help lower the temperature. But I would say looking after yourself, folks, generally eating a well-balanced nutrition. So you're exercising, you're healthy, you're having your fruits, you're having your vegetables, you're having your antioxidants that's found in certain fruits and vegetables and whole foods, good foods. There's a less risk that you're going to get this cough and cold. If you look after the body itself, honestly, it makes a big difference. So if you're going to treat these symptoms, definitely have your oranges to get the vitamin C in, have your grapefruit, have your vitamins, coenzyme Q10. All these great vitamins can definitely help you to stay more healthy, but as part of a balanced diet. So if you're just having chicken, think about having your fats, think about having your proteins, think about having good carbohydrates or sugars that are good for you. But be careful if you're diabetic, folks. So if you're interested in getting the flu vaccine, pop into your chemist because you can get it done. But look after your health, folks, and thank you for watching. Follow me. Come in. Look at this. In this video, we are talking about, guess what? The flu vaccine. Switch off your phones and let's enjoy this video, folks.